Hello and welcome back to Shelf Center. This is Bryce. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have been slacking on my reviews for some time now. I owe a ton to a ton of authors, so I apologize for that, but this is my way of going, look, you know what? As long as I can get some reviews going, I've accomplished what I set out to do, and so I figured, hey, if I could do some kind of in a quick fashion, not unlike Matt of Matt's Fantasy Book Reviews, then maybe I can actually get myself to review some of these books that I really enjoyed and I really recommend, that I've featured in plenty of videos as well, so I don't feel like they've been unrecognized on the channel. I mean, I've featured a lot of these in just either monthly updates or book hauls or top 10 lists even, and so, but I still owe reviews, so this is what the whole point of this is for, and I apologize to the authors for this delay, but anyway, here we are. All right, first one's first. This is Oath Broken, Chaos Reigns by Jared Smith. This is one, I mean, I love the cover alone. It got an updated cover kind of in the middle of when I read it. There's another book should be coming out soon, the sequel. This one's a short and sweet one. You could see I actually gave this book a good review first, and then my quote ended up on the back, so I appreciate that. So obviously, I'm going to feature this, but yes, Bryce, host of Shelf Centered right there. Urban fantasy done right, Oath Broken is hilarious at times and filled with action. It never lets up. Highly recommended. And I stand by that. This was such a fun book. It's urban fantasy done right. So anyway, Caleb Rains just wants to live a normal life. So much, in fact, that he swore an oath to never use any of his gifts again. An oath to leave the supernatural world behind, to walk away and never interfere again. Caleb's best friend is missing, and someone is messing with his dreams. He has been warned by the witches not to get involved, but Caleb has to make a choice. Some oaths are meant to be broken. Anyway, this was a really fun, it's urban fantasy, so it's set in our time, but there's witches, there's supernatural things out there, and it's an absolute, like, the humor in it is really funny. People give the main character, Caleb, a hard time, and it's pretty funny, but he's got this good confidence in himself, and again, they just have, it's like really clearly like a good like group of friends that have a good dynamic. It's, one of the flaws is it's short. I want more, and so that's a good thing. There's definitely, some of the dialogue here and there it can be a little stilted and whatnot. Overall, I just had a blast. The pacing is just great. It's like fast-paced, really fun, and again, it's short enough that it's definitely worth your time, and it's a blast. And again, there's more coming. I can't wait to see more. So finally, Jared, I'm sorry for the delay in this review, but very happy to feature this. And again, if you like urban fantasy, then especially with that supernatural, which apparently is all urban fantasy, the supernatural twist and all that, but just another take on your typical urban fantasy. It has a lot of the same tropes, but a lot of just a little bit different kind of access to it, especially with that oath. Anyway, lots of fun, highly recommended. Chaos Reigns, Oath Broken, I give 8 out of 10 shelves. It's just absolutely, it sets out to do what it meant to do, and it does that. And again, it accomplishes it. So definitely well done there. All right, the next book, this is one of the first review copies that I received at Shelf Centered, my YouTube channel. I received a lot on my blog back in the day, and I was terrible about reading the review copies. They just stack up. There's only so much you can read in your lifetime, and so they start stacking up, and it's crazy. But I've always just felt bad, and anyway, especially when I've read it, I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get to reviews here. This is how long it's taken. It's probably been about a year and a half. Blade's Edge by Virginia McLean. This is the first in the Jinsokai series. I'll read the snippet first, and then we'll get to my review. 2 friends, 2 forbidden powers, 1 chance to change everything. When Mishi is taken from her orphanage home, she fears she'll never see her best friend Taka again, And when Taka is taken to the infamous Josanko that same day, it seems as if more than distance will keep them apart. Suddenly alone in their fight to survive, each girl must come to terms with her true nature. Mishi is a warrior, Taka is healer. Years after their separation, the girls' journeys lead them each to uncover the horrifying secret that the Roju Council has spent centuries to keep. Now the Roju Council wants Taka and Mishi dead, and they'll have only one chance to save their people. How much will Mishi and Taka sacrifice in order to protect all they hold dear? And this was also nominated as a finalist for the 2019 SPFBO. And if you know about that, that's the it's like the self-published blog off. Anyway, it's essentially this big thing to be able to have a bunch of readers and judges read a bunch of independently published, self-published books, and then come up with finalists and then a winner. And I've read a number of the finalists and a couple of the winners. And I have to say, this is like the greatest thing to happen to self-publishing because it just gives you so many more books to read, and they've been excellent. This is a really fun story. It's again, I know I mentioned the last one, but it's fast-paced. It goes like very quickly, and again, you've got a good tight friendship between two of the characters. We've got Taka kind of at this like evil school. Taka's the healer, right? And you know, but this school like practices these terrible things, so she's trying to escape. You got Mishi, who's going to an entirely different school, but like a warrior with elite magic and all this. So there's this cool magic system, and again, you get this kind of like, it's a good juxtaposition of like kind of two different magics in there. And kind of being able to work them together. You know, really, if I had to give some criticism to this, I would say it does kind of wrap up neatly in, you know, in a nice little bow in the end, and then maybe a little bit safe. Really, it wasn't enough to like mess anything up, and I think it was deserved. It wasn't like it was unwarranted for the story and the characters either. So. Again, if I'm trying to pick out something, then there we will go with that. But overall, I had a blast, and I'm looking forward to book 2. But highly recommend it. I love the cover art too. Cover art just hits. So anyway, just again, very highly recommended. It's fast paced. It's more of like, if you like kind of more of a feudal Japan kind of situation and setting. It's pretty cool. Do you want some self-published books? These are just to start with, to see what self-publishing can do. If you have any kind of quibbles or anything holding you back from starting self-published books and reading them, these are a great starting spot. I think you can get a lot from these, and then I'm going to try to keep this going and get some more because I've got more to recommend as well. So thank you so much for stopping by. Please like and subscribe. If this is something you ended up enjoying, who knows, you might have. Anyway, we'll catch you later. Bye.